Welcome to Celebrity Page TV. I'm Sonia Isabel in our New York City newsroom along with James Vaughn, who's keeping us covered on the West Coast.
Hey Sonia, it's a big week as we kick off our 9th season. Here's what's on today's episode.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, action!
It's the new movie Marvel fans have been waiting for. We're on the red carpet and behind the scenes with the cast of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Also,
we were
from a country princess to R&B queens, we've got music superstars Lauren Elena and TLC.
Plus,
a lot has happened in 20 years.
As the nation pauses to remember the 9/11 anniversary, the Long Island medium joins us to share her emotional reunion with some of the survivors.
But first, we start with major award show news. It's our lead-off story in today's dish.
Yeah, and I'll be right here with you till the end. I got my peaches out in Georgia.
Justin Bieber is looking to have a big night at MTV's Video Music Awards. Justin leading everyone with 7 VMA nominations. But Megan Thee Stallion close behind with 6. This year's show returning to Barclays Center in Brooklyn, the spot where it was supposed to be held last year before the pandemic changed those plans. MTV already announcing Foo Fighters will receive the Global Icon Award. And the performers scheduled to appear include Olivia Rodrigo, Lorde, Lil Nas X, and Camila Cabello. Find out who wins Sunday, September 12th on MTV.
Do you want to go to that ball and meet a bunch of rich people who will change your life?
Yes, I was just crying and singing about it like 2 minutes ago.
It's a big week for Camila because she's also celebrating the release of her new movie, Cinderella. The modern retelling of the classic story, also starring Billy Porter as the fairy godmother, or Fab G for short.
Magic has no gender. We are presenting this character as genderless. And it's really powerful.
Cinderella is streaming now on Prime Video.
We need to let people hear our truth.
They know exactly where we are.
And I have a plan.
From a fictional prince and princess to some real ones, Harry and Meghan now the subject of a new Lifetime movie. Escaping the Palace, dramatizing the couple's decision to leave royal life. It premieres on Labor Day, September 6th.
Hi, handsome.
Hey.
And speaking of scandals, the affair between President Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky now getting the American Crime Story treatment. Producer Ryan Murphy turning the impeachment into a new series starring Beanie Feldstein, Clive Owen, and Sarah Paulson. It premieres September 7th on FX. And that's today's dish.
The dish continues now with the latest stories from Us Weekly as we say welcome back to new mom, Christina Garibaldi. Hey Christina, it's so great to see you. Now, what are you covering this week?
Well, James, Kim Ye's divorce may be on pause after Kanye West has made a dramatic change, which has left Kim feeling deeply conflicted about the future of their marriage. Now, a source tells us that these past few months have made Kim's decision very difficult because Kanye has been very present in their relationship. They add that the two still have a lot of issues to hammer out, and they are not back together at this point, and Kim has not called off the divorce, at least not yet.
And what else is in this week's issue?
Well, we have a hot new couple alert, and they are very hot. Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz are heating up and making their relationship very much more public. A source tells us they have been attracted to each other for a while. They add that they both thought that the other was fun, attractive, but never acted on it because they were not single. But now that they are together, and we hear that they are having an absolute blast with each other.
Thanks so much, Christina. We'll be reading for more in the new issue of Us Weekly.
Here in New York and around the world, we'll be pausing to mark 20 years since the 9/11 terror attacks. Today, we're talking with the Long Island medium Theresa Caputo to see how she's bringing comfort to some of the survivors.
This was something that she wore the day that she died.
Yeah.
Wow.
Theresa Caputo, known for channeling loved ones on her hit series Long Island Medium.
My mother was a flight attendant on American Airlines Flight 11, which was the first plane that hit the World Trade Center.
Now the reality star focusing on the devastating events of 9/11 in her new special.
This special was the most amazing thing that I've ever done in my life besides have my children. Every person that lost someone in 9/11 or was affected by it, they have to relive the loss of their loved ones in detail.
Theresa visiting the sites of the terror attacks and meeting with the families of those who were killed.
I get emotional just thinking about it. It was such a powerful moment for me to be there. And the fact that they trusted me with the souls of their departed loved ones is just amazing.
The day also making a huge impact in Theresa's life and helping her to embrace her gift as a medium.
9/11 was the turning point for me accepting my gift. That was the moment where I put my gift in God's hands and I said, okay, if this is what I'm supposed to do, even after all these years of doing what I do, they blow my mind on their ability to communicate and give us the gift of peace. And more importantly, especially now, the gift of faith and hope.
Long Island Medium in Memory of 9/11 airs September 9th on TLC and streams on Discovery+.
All right, now to the movie Marvel fans have been waiting for. The new era of the MCU is about to begin with the film Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Those who came before us made us who we are today.
Move over, Avengers. A new generation of Marvel warriors are about to introduce themselves.
My name is Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Shang. S-H-A-N-G. Shang.
That's what I said.
The story actually connects all the way back to when Tony Stark first became Iron Man.
He's forced to build these weapons for an organization, and that organization was the Ten Rings.
Among the stars of this epic movie, Awkwafina and Dallas Liu, who gave a preview to Celebrity Page, sort of.
Honestly, I know just as much as everyone else does. I went on set and they only gave me the scenes that I'm a part of. I play Awkwafina's younger brother in this movie. Super exciting. It's an absolute blast filming with her and being able to share some scenes with her.
If I die, it's your fault.
Man, you leaving town. Say you're married to the game and I'm just here to run it down.
I must stop him.
Hell yeah.
Dallas also excited to be part of a blockbuster production with a mostly Asian cast.
It's an honor to represent my community, as well as this being like the first like real superhero Marvel Asian sort of project. I think it's a huge step moving forward for the entire industry.
There's no going back.
You're ready, Shang-Chi.
We're ready too. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is in theaters now.
It's time for today's See Her Celebrity Spotlight. Each week we celebrate women in the entertainment industry who are bringing talent and authenticity to the roles they take on and off screen. Well, today we're shining the spotlight on the legendary music group TLC. Here's today's See Her Spotlight.
Even 27 years after it was released, TLC's Grammy-winning album is still crazy, sexy, and cool.
It feels like it's as fresh as ever. Why do you think it holds up so well?
Whether it was our voices, the lyrical content, I think it was a combination of things. And also with our videos, if we just go like that, you already know what song that is. You know what I mean? So I think our dances stood up to the hooks as well.
Now T-Boz and Chili are hitting the road for their celebration of Crazy Sexy Cool tour as they bring their biggest hits straight to fans.
How excited are you to get back in front of audiences?
I don't even know if there's a word to describe how excited I am. We really love being on stage because that is the time that we can connect with our fans and have fun with them.
I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me.
Next year will mark 20 years since the death of their trio partner, Lisa Left Eye Lopez. But her legacy living on as they remain the best-selling American female group of all time.
If she was here today, what do you think Lisa would say about TLC's enduring popularity?
I think it would be just the way she wanted it to be.
Yeah.
I mean, she would want us to keep going because, like she said, TLC is forever. So
and just like that.
Just like that.
Catch TLC on tour now, and for more information, visit seeher.com.
Still to come,
They were in my closet.
country star Lauren Elena invites us inside her home for a candid new conversation.
I'm an 18-year-old kid from Nebraska, and people all over the world look at me.
And later, JoJo Siwa tells us about her newest project she calls a dream come true. It's all ahead on Celebrity Page TV.
Welcome back to Celebrity Page TV. Before the break, I was talking to TLC, and now James has another singing star.
Yeah, Sonia, fans of American Idol probably remember Lauren Elena as the runner-up, but these days, she is sitting pretty with a brand new album.
Let me know if I can ever turn a favor.
That's Lauren's latest hit song, Getting Over Him with John Party, which she discussed from inside her closet.
This album really feels like a celebration of overcoming all of the things that I've been through.
And so your name is Lauren what?
Elena.
Lauren bursting onto the scene during season 10 of Idol and only recently slowing down to savor her success.
The pandemic hit. Honestly, I think it was a time of true healing for me because I was able to fully process everything I've been through in the last 10 years. And I got to write the new album, Sitting Pretty on Top of the World, to celebrate the last couple of years of my life.
You have won the ACM New Female Vocalist of the Year.
Those couple of years included big awards
Don't be afraid, take the road less traveled.
and big hit songs. Now she's hoping to do it again with her new album, Sitting Pretty on Top of the World, and sharing all about it in her new book, Getting Good at Being You.
It's about my life and my faith and my journey and everything I've been through. It's a really emotional book, and I got to share my story and how I became the woman that I am right now and what things I did along the way to heal and process and get here and to love myself more fully.
What if I loved all these what ifs away?
I'm proud to have a project that's coming out that's so emotionally supercharged and hopefully can promote healing and happiness.
Lauren's new album is out now, and look for her book in November.
Time for more trending stories from CelebrityPage.com. Our social producer, Ricky Cornish, is chatting with one of the most popular couples on reality TV. Hey, Ricky.
Hey, Sonia. We're catching up with Kenny and Armando as they finally tied the knot.
Are you serious? If you will marry me.
Kenny and Armando documenting the highs and lows of their relationship on 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way.
I want a beautiful big wedding, especially since you're paying.
Don't turn into a bridezilla.
Now the two bringing fans along as they prep for their long-awaited wedding. Now, Armando, I gotta ask you, you're looking like a little bridezilla over here because Kenny's like, we can't afford it.
Hey, you better pay up. I can just say I got my way a little bit.
Yeah, he got his way a little bit.
Maybe with everyone.
We're very lucky in many ways. And we still have some struggles and we have some things to overcome this season that you'll see as it unfolds. So it wasn't all roses and rainbows. We do have some bumps along the way, but as we always do, we hit it head on and we just use it to our advantage in a way. It makes us stronger, really.
You can catch 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way Sunday nights on TLC and on Discovery Plus. For more trending stories, head to CelebrityPage.com.
Lady Gaga announces her return to the Strip. Here's today's Vegas headliners.
Yet I get a kick out of you.
Little Monsters rejoicing as Gaga releases details on 9 new performances of her jazz and piano show at the Park Theater. The concerts to celebrate her new album, Love for Sale with Tony Bennett. Grab your tickets now.
Tennis fans remember Marty Fish, the athlete, but now he's become a powerful advocate for mental health, and he's sharing his personal story in a Netflix docuseries.
I'm about to play the greatest player of all time. And then all of a sudden, the whole weight of the stress just came flooding in.
Not long ago, Marty Fish was the top tennis player in America, but it all came crashing down when he began struggling with a serious mental health issue.
Well, I was diagnosed with severe anxiety disorder. I felt like I was uneducated when I was going through it, and felt like there's got to be more like me, and if I can help someone, great.
Marty's story not unlike current tennis star Naomi Osaka, who's also been candid about her mental health battles.
For her to pull out of the French Open just because people think just because she doesn't want to deal with the media is super naive, and that's, it's disappointing. But again, those people don't understand. They've never been educated they've never educated themselves on mental health.
Look for Marty's episode of Untold, dropping September 7th on Netflix.
She's the global organizing superstar who's helped us spark joy. Now Marie Kondo is taking her talents beyond the home in a new series for Netflix and telling correspondent Rachel Smith all about it.
片付けた先のときめく暮らしというのを実現するお手伝いをする、こんな環境が作れるといいなっていうふうに考えています。
I've been a fan, like so many others, of your whole philosophy on life, and this is so thrilling to have a show to expand it beyond the home. How thrilling was that when they came to you with this idea?
次の瞬間はちょっと新しいチャレンジとして楽しもうというふうに思いました。
So this time I venture outside of the home, and I go to spaces that I have no experience tidying yet. So at first I was a little nervous, but in the next instance I was so excited.
Learning more and more about myself
it's a little bit overwhelming.
I mean, just in that first episode, what you did for this family and their business, I mean, it really goes beyond organizing and just tidying up, don't you think?
Absolutely, exactly as you say. It's not just about the physical. You go beyond that through tidying. You consider how you want to live your life and clear your mental space.
Hopefully Marie can help me.
I didn't think it was going to be so impactful.
We got work to do. We need Marie Kondo.
Marie's superstar organizing skills help transform lives. But during our interview, she admitted even her house is not always perfectly put together, and that's okay.
So I just had my third baby, and I am incredibly busy right now. And my house is, let's be honest, a little cluttered. But it surprises me that I'm able to find joy in that state. There's a crying baby, there's diapers everywhere, but even then, it sparks joy for me.
And you can see Marie sparking joy for so many others as her series is airing now on Netflix. For Celebrity Page TV, I'm Rachel Smith.
Reel's channel observes the anniversary of the 9/11 tragedies with United 93, The Real Story. Here's your first look.
You have people who don't know each other from all walks of life, planning to assault the terrorists that took over their plane, to prevent their plane from being used as a weapon. So they're giving their lives facing that mortality before they execute that plan. The stress had to be unbelievable.
I just can't believe anybody on that airplane had already given up and said, fine, we're gonna fly it into the ground. No, I really believe the objective was to get hold of these people.
We'll be watching United 93, The Real Story, Saturday, September 11th on Reels.
When we come back,
and that JoJo Siwa, I have to tell you,
we're with the cast of JoJo Siwa's first movie musical, next on Celebrity Page TV.
Welcome back to Celebrity Page TV. JoJo Siwa is one of the most popular kids entertainers, but now she's got everyone singing and dancing thanks to her brand new movie musical.
JoJo with the Bobo is now JoJo the film star, the triple threat bringing all her talents to her new project called The J-Team.
So this is my first musical movie, which I am so excited about. I think ever since I was little. I mean, I've always wanted to do this. It's such a fun thing that now that it's finally like my fun thing makes me so happy and so excited about it.
We've all been told that we don't fit in before. What if we celebrated everyone being unique?
JoJo making headlines, recently coming out as pansexual and encouraging her fans to live lives of authenticity.
You can be yourself, no matter what anybody says.
JoJo also inspiring her castmates with her infectious positivity.
You don't need to turn off your sparkle switch, and you're special, and all of those qualities that you have that make you unique are so important, and you should celebrate them.
Cheer up, this is gonna be fun, as long as you follow my rules.
TV veteran Tisha Campbell-Martin also in the movie, but her role isn't quite as sparkly.
I've never played a villain before, not like this. And so I was teasing JoJo. I was like, JoJo, people gonna hate my guts when they see how I treat you and the kids. But it was so much fun.
And fun, definitely what kids and families are in for.
But first, we begin with the story 20 years in the making, the somber anniversary of the 9/11 attacks.
On the morning of September 11th, the whole world changed.
From documentaries,
the victims and their families will be compensated,
to movies,
you are here at the start of a moment,
to musicals. Hollywood is marking the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks.
We're needing to remember that something like kindness and compassion and looking out for one another is going to be what pulls us through.
The Tony-winning musical Come From Away is based on the true story of the small Canadian town that took in stranded airline passengers after the attack. Now, in honor of the anniversary, a special production of the show is available to stream on Apple TV Plus starting September 10th.
To tell a story that's about generosity, about kindness, about doing for others, is a stark reminder that, again, despite all of the things that we're talking about, beautiful things can happen.
My wife died that day, and everything about this formula offends me.
Over on Netflix, Michael Keaton and Stanley Tucci star in the new film Worth. Also based on true events, it shows how the government determined how to compensate the victims of the attack. Netflix also releasing the new docuseries Turning Point 9/11 and the War on Terror.
I'm not going to get scared off. I am Brooklyn born.
On HBO, Spike Lee directing the new documentary NYC Epicenters, showing how New York has survived tragedies like the terror attacks and the coronavirus pandemic.
Many people ask me, what was it like that day?
National Geographic producing a new 6-part docuseries called 9/11 One Day in America, while PBS focuses on young people who have grown up since 2001 with their documentary Generation 9/11. In all, dozens of projects set to fill the airwaves in the days ahead as the nation remembers one of our darkest days.
New York not only still recovering from 9/11, but also from COVID. But this week, the city showing its resilience with the return of Fashion Week. Joining us now to talk more about it is model and podcast host Robbie Jan. Now, Robbie, you talk a lot about mental health on your show. How important is it for New York to get back to business?
I think the idea that things are going to open again is incredibly exciting, and the city can get back to what it once was, and people can see their friends and their families and be safe about it as well. So I think it's really, really exciting.
You're also a style expert, so what are you most looking forward to about Fashion Week?
I think it's going to be really incredible Fashion Week because, as you know, there's been a huge shift within the fashion space over the last 2 years. A big part of that is actually due to quarantine, and instead of wearing these slim-fitting, tight, business-like attire that was in trend a couple of years ago, we've kind of navigated more towards wearing loose-fitting, comfier clothing. People are going outside more in athleisure wear and comfy wear. So it's going to be incredibly interesting to see, is that something that brands kind of bring into their new trends, or are we going to kind of navigate back to what the trends once were?
And Robbie, where can our viewers connect with you if they want to learn more?
Well, I'm actually going to be vlogging all of New York Fashion Week this year. So if you do want to see how the brands are going to tailor their new trends and what's going on in the runways, I'm actually going to be vlogging all of it over on my YouTube, and I'll also be documenting it on my Instagram, and all of my social handles are Robbie Jan if you want to follow along with the journey.
Thanks so much, Robbie. Can't wait to follow you during Fashion Week. A TV show known for its period costumes and for being based in New York City is The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Oh, Sonia, fans cannot wait for season 4 of the hit show. And our Hollywood insider Arthur Cade caught up with one of its stars.
We're gonna dance. TV fans know Lou Kirby for his Emmy-winning role as comedian Lenny Bruce on The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
This is Agent Bill Hagmeyer. I'm sitting with Theodore. Oh, Ted. I'm sitting with Ted Bundy.
Now he's taking on a very different real-life role, playing Ted Bundy in the new film No Man of God.
Tell me about playing one of the most prolific serial killers in history.
This script came to me and was, because of the material, obviously, I felt very conflicted about it. And as time went on, I felt more and more compelled to go on the journey. And so we went for it.
What are you going to tell me? Everything.
Luke co-starring with Elijah Wood, who plays the real FBI agent who interviewed Bundy before his execution.
Having met Bill over the phone and talked at length with him, he doesn't strike me as somebody who's playing a kind of chess game.
And the Emmy goes to Luke Kirby.
Fans playing the waiting game for season 4 of Luke's iconic series, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
What can people expect, and what has it meant to you to be on that program?
It's been a really exciting adventure. The truth is that it is a lot of fun. So I think that there's a lot of good stuff coming up.
Maybe someday, before I'm dead.
It's a date.
As we wait for new episodes, check out Luke in No Man of God in theaters and available on demand now. For Celebrity Page TV, I'm Arthur Cade.
The Summer Olympics may have just ended, but now that means the Winter Games are only a year away. And among those hoping to compete there is Gus Kenworthy. Today we're catching up with Gus for this Pride Spotlight.
Gus Kenworthy was one of the medal favourites in the competition.
Gus Kenworthy securing his spot in Olympic history by earning a silver medal back in 2014. But Gus also winning the hearts of millions for being part of the first same-sex kiss shown during the Olympics in 2018.
Adam Rapon and I were the first two openly gay men to compete for Team USA in a Winter Olympics, and it's just crazy to me to think that really wasn't very long ago.
The star helping many athletes embrace their true selves with the 2020 Olympics featuring the most LGBTQ competitors in history.
To go to Tokyo and there's 100+ out LGBTQ athletes, it's just incredible.
With the next Winter Olympics just a few months away, Gus announcing this will be his final run on the slopes, but this time he'll be representing his birth country, the UK.
My mom has been my #1 fan for my whole career. I figured for my final one, I would wave the Union Jack for her. So doing it in her honor and excited to have it sort of be my last one and hopefully get to end on a high note.
While traveling the world with his sport, Gus also embracing his philanthropic side, becoming an advocate for pet adoption.
I think adopting is just so wonderful. Adoption rates definitely spiked during the pandemic, which is incredible. And dogtrader.com is an incredible website that Auto Trader has built, and it helps you find dogs that are available for adoption in your area. I would encourage anybody that's considering it to do that because you really get your best friend.
Jason Momoa's hit series C is back for its 2nd season. It co-stars Dave Bautista and acclaimed actress Alfre Woodard. Correspondent Rachel Smith spoke with her about the action-packed new adventure.
Sight will return, and the first nation to harness its powers will dominate the world.
There are weapons more powerful than swords. They hold the key to our future.
Congratulations. I mean, you've had such an incredible career. So I imagine at this point, you're looking for projects that are challenging, super creative, and C is certainly that. You're going to return to not only Mr. Jason Momoa, but now you've got the addition of Dave Bautista. I mean, it's like testosterone everywhere.
You know, and the thing is, you think of that when you see those guys, they're both so soft inside. They're so soft. Every time I see them, the first thing I do is I punch them. And, you know, luckily, you know, they haven't called me out or sued me, but I met Bautista. I was just so excited. I went, oh my God, Dave, you're here. Bam. I can see on his face like, what? But they both are these men that are so sentimental and compassionate, which makes them even lovelier than they are already.
What do you see?
A shift in the world.
Your character brings so much and wisdom and has so many great lines. There's one line that says, I can see a shift in the world coming. And so the shift in the world, what do you see as a shift coming for season 2 that fans can expect?
Oh, I think if you thought Baba loved his children the first time around in season 1, you're gonna see some fierce love and what he will do and how hard he will fight for their protection.
Welcome home, Baba.
Still to come.
My relationship with my son Brian is very close and normal.
I wouldn't say normal.
It's mothers versus girlfriends. We've got the stars of the wild reality show I Love a Mama's Boy. Plus,
So why do I feel there's more to the story than you're telling?
brand new storyline scoops from the experts at Soap Opera Digest. It's all ahead on Celebrity Page TV.
Welcome back, Celebrity Page TV. It's time now to talk soaps, and for that, we turn to the expert, Soap Opera Digest editorial director Stephanie Sloan. And Stephanie, we got to start with the new series Beyond Salem.
The Days of Our Lives spinoff will stream on Peacock beginning on September 6th. It's a 5-episode miniseries that will feature a self-contained story and 5 new episodes. A host of stars are returning to be a part of it, including Lisa Rinna reprising the role of Billy and Eileen Davidson appearing in a special capacity. Eileen tells me it was a lot of fun and she was excited to work with Lisa again. Other than appearing on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, they haven't worked together since 2013. Bottom line, every actor tells me they're excited to be a part of this new form of entertainment.
And this week is your fall preview issue, so we know you have story teasers.
Bold and Beautiful will embark on a controversial tale with Eric, Quinn, and Carter. On Days of Our Lives, John and Marlena have a huge story coming up, as do Bill Hayes and Susan Seaforth Hayes as Doug and Julie. On General Hospital, Jason and Carly prepare to walk down the aisle, but will Sonny make it back to Port Charles in time to stop them?
Well, thanks as always, Stephanie. We'll be reading for more in the latest issue of Soap Opera Digest.
The comedy series AP Bio is back with new episodes. Ranker.com tells us about season 4 and what else is watchworthy.
AP Bio, the dark but surprisingly heartwarming sitcom about revenge in academia in Toledo, Ohio, has returned for a 4th season. After being canceled on NBC in 2019, this series starring It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia's Glenn Howerton found a new home on the network streaming service Peacock. Once all 8 episodes of season 4 are released on Peacock, it won't be long before fans have binged the new installment. What will they watch after getting their fix? Watchworthy has some TV recommendations that AP Bio fans are statistically more likely to love. Our first recommendation for fans of of AP Bio is Sex Education, which streams on Netflix. Sex Education follows an inexperienced high school student who sets out to educate his equally inexperienced classmates on love and sex. Finally, we're recommending that AP Bio fans check out Bob Hart's Abishola, another sitcom that's crossbred with a different genre of television. In this case, instead of a revenge tale, it's a love story. Bob Hart's Abishola centers around Bob Wheeler, a Detroit-based compression sock salesman who falls in love with his nurse after suffering a heart attack. You'll come for the punchlines in this show from celebrated comedy creator Chuck Lorre, but stay for the story. That's all the time we have this week, but don't worry. AP Bio fans can get more recommendations personalized to their specific TV tastes on the Watchworthy app.
Time now to see what's trending on CelebrityPage.com. Our social producer, Ricky Cornish, has a popular reality show that is all about mama's boys. Hey, Ricky.
Hey, James. TLC's hit show is back for a second season, and I got the chance to talk with one of the new families.
There's nobody that I'm closer to in the world than my mom.
Every girl wants to be number one in their relationship.
Brian's a bit of a package deal.
But these mamas aren't letting their sons get away that easy.
What are we getting ourselves into when we're introduced to you three on the show?
So you're going to see a little bit of everything. I think it's a fun dynamic to watch because most people don't really, you hear about the difficulty of the first year of marriage and you kind of get to watch ours play out.
They have to have their alone time, which is understandable. You know, they're married.
End of the day is just, keeping everyone happy as best I can and trying to come to some type of common ground. It's a lot of lighthearted laughter, just to get through everything, and a lot of wine. Doesn't hurt either, so it makes everything a lot more fun.
I Love a Mama's Boy airs Sunday nights on TLC. For more trending stories, head to CelebrityPage.com.
Just ahead. It's a familiar theme song, but a brand new show. We're talking with the cast of the Doogie Howser reboot. That's coming up on Celebrity Page TV.
Today's Pride Spotlight features a new video all about Black LGBTQ pop culture brought to you by Cadillac. Here's a sneak preview of More Than That.
The most illuminary figures that have been on screen that really represent the queer Black experience correctly, fully, truthfully, authentically.
What is everybody rushing for? A piece of Black brilliance. Why is everybody watching Insecure, streaming The Shy, watching David Makes Man because they want a piece of Black brilliance?
Whereas with P-Valley, Uncle Clifford is a main character. So to have this Black, queer, non-binary person who is kind of fully realized as a character is something we just don't often see on television.
And also from Queen Latifah, every room that you step in, I hope that Black women get from me that you deserve to be there.
You can watch More Than That at out.com/morethan_that. Today's Pride Spotlight featuring More Than That was brought to you by Cadillac. Learn more about their commitment to equity and justice for all at cadillac.com/audacity.
If you're looking for a shiny accessory to add to your closet, we have the latest diamond and jewelry trends in today's Hollywood living. Here's lifestyle expert Valerie Greenberg.
Classic diamond essentials, that's what it's all about. Right now I'm wearing some beautiful tennis necklaces. Tennis bracelets are emerging as well. What's so incredible about these pieces is obviously they never go out of style, but they're so versatile. Gen Z and young millennials are really leading the charge. Right now we're seeing engagement sales booming, we're seeing diamond sales booming, and that's because there are no more rules to follow. Young people, they're the ones that are saying, I want to have self-expression and I want to wear cool individual pieces, and that's why all these items in front of me are so beautiful. We're seeing a lot of androgynous types of design, and that's what it's really all about. Making the look your own, and natural diamonds are a great way to do just that. If you visit naturaldiamonds.com, you're gonna find the newest trends, inspirational trends, and great information and education on natural diamonds.
Reel's channel commemorates the 9/11 tragedies with the documentary CIA versus Bin Laden First In. Here's a special preview.
It isn't easy just to put people on the ground. You have to do it secretly, right? You don't want to be found. And you certainly don't want the target to see you.
Until one day, Al-Kuwaiti activates his phone very close to them.
When the phone turns on, of course, they try to get closer to the source of the phone. The issue was to find the signal and find somebody on the phone close to the signal.
We'll be watching CIA versus Bin Laden First In Saturday, September 11th on Reels.
Never miss an episode. Be sure to set your DVR to record Celebrity Page TV. Now back to the show.
Welcome back to Celebrity Page TV. The original Doogie Howser TV series made Neil Patrick Harris a star. And now we're getting a sneak preview of the reboot with the young cast who's hoping to follow in his footsteps.
Who is this kid?
That's my son.
the doctor.
Who is this kid?
My daughter, the doctor.
It's a familiar concept with a gender flip for a new generation. Doogie Howser, boy genius, becoming Doogie Kamealoha in a new series on Disney+.
I play Lahela, who is a 16-year-old doctor, and obviously in that sense, she is very similar to the original Doogie. Unlike the original, it's a girl and not a boy. We shot the show in Hawaii. She is a biracial lead and takes the foundation that Doogie Howser built and sort of brings it into the world we live in today.
Remember Doogie Howser? That show from the 90s? She's like a real-life Doogie Howser.
The show not shying away from its inspiration, even referencing it. But will we see a cameo from the original Dr. Howser?
I mean, I would love that. I think it would be so cool to sort of bring him into our world.
I think she just needs room to make mistakes, like all teenagers. I'm afraid she's missing out.
The series also taking us outside the hospital, introducing us to Doogie's mixed-race family and diverse group of friends.
A nice mix of conflict at the same time, but of sort of loving Aloha spirit.
I think it's inspiring that like younger viewers can find themselves sort of in these roles.
I can only imagine how much it means to all the little girls who want to be doctors.
I've never had those kinds of opportunities until very recently, and I'm so beyond grateful for that.
12-year-old me, who was Disney obsessed, couldn't have imagined that I would one day have the opportunity to be on a Disney show as an openly queer character.
Kids that are like me will get to see other kids like us, which I think is super special.
Doogie Kamealoha MD debuts September 8th on Disney+. Sonia, it is hard to believe it has been over 30 years since the original Doogie came out.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling old now, James. For James and the team, I'm Sonia Isabel. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week here. And of course, we always have you covered on CelebrityPage.com for your daily trending stories.